Every word you speak carries a weight far beyond what the ear can hear and the mind can comprehend. Words are not merely sounds we emit into the air. They are living seeds that fall into the invisible realm, taking root and growing into realities that shape our lives. The universe responds to the vibrational energy of speech. Whether spoken in thought, whispered in solitude, or declared aloud with boldness, every word you choose plants a seed. Some words bring life, others bring limitation, and some lie dormant until they find the fertile soil of belief to nourish them. Understanding this principle is the first step toward commanding the universe to release your first million. Consider for a moment the power of a word spoken in faith. When a person says, "I am wealthy," the invisible forces begin to align in response. Not because the universe is being deceived, but because the energy of that declaration resonates with abundance. The spoken word carries intent, and intent acts as a magnet. Words are the instruments through which thought becomes form. To neglect the words you speak is to plant seeds haphazardly, letting whatever grows dominate your life. To choose your words carefully, however, is to become a conscious gardener of your destiny. When you speak the sentence, "I now command the universe to release my first $1 million in perfect ways, in perfect timing, and for the highest good of all," you are planting a seed of immense potential. This is not a mere wish, a fleeting desire, or idle hope. It is a declaration of divine order, a spiritual mandate that calls forth unseen forces to work on your behalf. Speaking this sentence repeatedly, with unwavering faith and vivid imagination, strengthens the seed and nourishes it with the energy of belief. The universe is infinitely responsive to words that are spoken in alignment with divine purpose. Many people fail to understand why wealth does not come as quickly as they hope. The answer often lies in the words they utter. Doubt, fear, complaint, and worry are seeds of scarcity. Every complaint about money, every expression of inadequacy, every murmur of despair is planting seeds that grow into walls rather than windows. The universe is impartial. It does not judge. It simply responds. It gives back exactly what is spoken and thought. If you fill your mind and mouth with abundance, it returns abundance. If you fill them with limitation, it returns limitation. Words, when combined with belief, carry the power to shape circumstances, people, and events. Speaking your command aloud is crucial because the vibration of sound travels far beyond what the mind can perceive. Words spoken with authority resonate in the invisible realm, stirring the currents of the universe. When you declare your desire to release your first million, you are issuing a spiritual command. The universe responds not to your begging or hoping but to your declaration. Say it every morning. Say it every evening. Speak it with conviction, clarity, and expectation. Let the words roll off your tongue with the certainty of one who knows that abundance is a divine right, not a distant dream. Yet, speaking alone is not enough. The heart must follow the words with unwavering faith. The mind must envision the reality of wealth, feeling it as though it is already present. See the first million as if it has already arrived. Imagine the freedom, the opportunities, and the joy it brings. Imagine the relief from worry, the doors of possibility swinging open, and the ability to serve others in ways previously unimaginable. This visualization breathes life into the seed planted by your words. The universe responds to energy far more than logic. It cannot resist the power of a mind fully immersed in belief and imagination. Resistance is the hidden barrier that blocks abundance. Many speak the sentence, yet they do so with hesitation or doubt. They speak with one foot in faith and the other in fear. This divides the energy of their command and weakens its effectiveness. To command the universe, you must release all resistance. You must trust entirely that the invisible realm knows how to deliver your desire in ways beyond your comprehension. Do not concern yourself with the methods, the timing, or the sources. These belong to the infinite wisdom of the universe. Your task is to affirm, to believe, and to remain steadfast in expectation. Repetition is a powerful tool in establishing the reality of your command. The universe is responsive to consistent vibrations. When you repeatedly declare your intention to receive your first million, you are not simply expressing desire, you are engraving it into the spiritual blueprint of your life. Words repeated with faith become law in the invisible realm. This is why daily affirmation is essential. The consistent declaration strengthens the seed, nourishes it, and allows it to manifest more swiftly. Speak it aloud each day, with confidence and joy, and watch as circumstances begin to shift around you. Gratitude multiplies manifestation. When you express thanks for the wealth you are about to receive, you create a powerful feedback loop. Gratitude signals to the universe that you recognize abundance as already present, and it opens the channels for even more to flow. Say, "Thank you, universe, for the first million that is now mine," even before you see it in the physical world. Feeling gratitude for the unseen creates a magnetism that draws the reality to you. The universe loves those who appreciate the gifts that are already theirs, and it rewards them with even greater blessings. Your actions, guided by inspiration rather than desperation, complete the equation. Wealth is not delivered to those who sit idle or act from fear. Take steps that feel natural, aligned, and inspired. Listen to intuition. Opportunities will appear that align perfectly with your command. Doors will open, ideas will spark, and people will enter your life to support your vision. These actions do not need to be forced or strained. They are simply the physical response to the spiritual command you have issued. When words, imagination, faith, and action work in harmony, the flow of abundance becomes unstoppable. Understand that the first million is a milestone, a proof of alignment with universal law. It is not just money. It is evidence that your thoughts, words, and beliefs are in harmony with the unseen currents of life. It confirms that you are capable of commanding the universe to deliver in perfect ways. Once you claim your first million, you open the floodgates for greater prosperity, greater freedom, and greater opportunity to serve. Wealth is a tool, a reflection of inner alignment, and a measure of your capacity to believe in the unseen. Imagination precedes reality. The universe cannot distinguish between the vividly imagined and the physical yet unseen. When you picture your first million as real, as tangible, as a living presence in your life, you give form to the invisible seed you have planted with words. Feel it in your body, in your heart, and in your mind. Allow yourself to fully experience the emotions of freedom, joy, and empowerment. The energy of imagination fuels the growth of your seed. Without it, words remain idle sounds. With it, they become a living command. Abundance is not selfish. True prosperity flows in ways that serve the highest good. When you command the universe to release your first million, envision it in a way that benefits not only you but also those around you. Consider how this wealth allows you to create opportunities, support others, and contribute to the world. Prosperity aligned with purpose multiplies exponentially. It is not limited by selfishness or scarcity. It expands and multiplies, touching lives beyond your own. Command, don't ask. Many plead with the universe as if it were a distant benefactor. But the universe is a reflection of your own inner authority. Speak with the certainty of one who knows that abundance is your birthright. Speak as a leader of your own life, and the universe responds to your authority. Your words are not a request. They are a spiritual command that sets into motion forces invisible yet unstoppable. Your first million is closer than you think. It is waiting, already aligned with the declaration you have made, eager to enter your life in ways you may not yet imagine. Stand tall, speak with clarity, believe with your whole being. Repeat the sentence daily. Visualize, feel, and express gratitude. Let go of doubt and trust the invisible forces to act in perfect harmony. The universe is ready to respond to those who command it with authority, faith, and joy. Your journey to wealth begins with words. Choose them wisely. Speak them boldly. Believe in them fully. The seed has been planted. The command has been issued. The universe awaits your unwavering faith. When you speak, I now command the universe to release my first $1 million in perfect ways, in perfect timing, and for the highest good of all. You are not merely asking for money. You are aligning with the divine flow of abundance. You are not hoping. You are claiming your destiny. The time to begin is now. Speak the sentence. See the reality. Feel the joy. Take inspired action. Express gratitude. Repeat daily. Watch the invisible respond. Watch doors open. Watch opportunities align. Watch the universe release the wealth you have commanded. The first million is not a dream. It is a natural outcome of words spoken with authority, imagination, faith, and gratitude. It is your right. It is your destiny. Command it, and it will come. There is a secret, powerful principle in the universe that most people never fully realize. It is the principle that words carry authority, that words are more than just sounds, they are commands that set the invisible forces into motion. This is not theory or wishful thinking. It is a law, a universal law, as precise as the laws that govern the movement of the stars. When you speak a sentence with faith, with clarity, and with absolute conviction, you are issuing a command to the universe. And the universe, being a perfect responder, will answer that command in ways that surpass your imagination. You may wonder how such a thing is possible. How can a mere sentence, spoken by one individual, influence the vast, infinite, and complex universe? The answer lies in the unseen. There is a realm that is invisible to the eye, yet it shapes every experience, every event, every opportunity that appears in your life. This realm is governed by laws, immutable laws, and one of those laws is the law of the spoken word. Words are not passive, they are active, creative forces. They carry vibrations that echo through the universe. When you speak a sentence of command, the vibration it produces sets in motion a chain of events that aligns with your declaration. Consider this: if every word you have ever spoken has left an imprint, shaping your life in some way, then it becomes clear that the words you choose today are critical. Words of fear, doubt, or limitation have left their mark, which is why many struggle to attract the wealth they desire. But words of faith, words of command, words of confidence create a different reality entirely. They summon resources, people, opportunities, and circumstances that were previously unseen. The sentence you speak is not a mere wish, it is a declaration of intent. It tells the universe with absolute certainty what you are ready to receive. When you say, "I now command the universe to release my first $1,000,000 in perfect ways, in perfect timing, and for the highest good of all," you are not hoping. You are commanding. You are not asking the universe to consider your request, you are instructing it to act. You are aligning yourself with the infinite intelligence that orchestrates all things. It is crucial to understand the role of faith in this process. Faith is not passive, it is not blind belief. Faith is knowing in your heart that your words have the power to create reality. Faith is speaking the sentence and fully expecting it to manifest, without doubt, without hesitation, without second guessing. The moment you question the process, the flow of abundance is interrupted. Doubt is like a dam holding back the river of prosperity. But when your words are spoken with unshakable faith, they open the floodgates of abundance. Visualization is a key companion to the spoken word. The sentence alone is powerful, but the imagination gives it life. See the $1,000,000 clearly in your mind's eye. Feel it as though it is already yours. Imagine the freedom, the joy, the sense of security it brings. Imagine how your life is transformed once the money is present. The universe responds not only to words but also to the energy behind them. Your imagination energizes your command and magnifies its effect. When you saturate the sentence with feeling and belief, you are no longer speaking idle words. You are creating a vibration so strong that the universe cannot ignore it. Consistency is another vital element. One sentence spoken once may spark a movement, but repeated daily with conviction builds unstoppable momentum. Repetition is not redundancy, it is reinforcement. Each time you speak the sentence, you reinforce the belief within yourself and strengthen the signal you send to the universe. Daily affirmation ensures that your subconscious mind is aligned with your conscious intention. It keeps your vibration high and your faith unwavering. Over time, the repeated declaration becomes a part of your very being, and your life naturally conforms to the command you have issued. Yet, there is a subtle but essential principle: release. After speaking the sentence, you must release attachment to the outcome. Do not fret over how the $1,000,000 will arrive, or when it will appear, or in what form. The universe is infinitely intelligent, far beyond human understanding. Your job is to state the command clearly, to believe it, and to step forward in faith. The how belongs to the universe. You may receive the money through unexpected sources, through opportunities you never imagined, or through partnerships that seem miraculous. By letting go, you allow the universe to work its perfect methods without interference from human anxiety or impatience. Gratitude is a powerful amplifier of the spoken word. Speak your sentence with thanks as if the $1,000,000 is already on its way. Gratitude signals to the universe that you recognize the abundance already flowing in your life. It is the vibration of receiving that attracts more to you. When your sentence is infused with gratitude, it becomes irresistible to the universe. The energy behind the words changes from desire to fulfillment, and fulfillment is what the universe seeks to deliver. Take inspired action, but not from desperation. The sentence you speak is a command, but the universe often works through channels, through people, through opportunities. Be alert to guidance, to intuition, to the small nudges that indicate the next step. These actions should come from joy, from alignment, not from struggle. Abundance is attracted to ease, not to force. The more you act in harmony with your command, the faster and smoother the manifestation becomes. Remember, the first million is not merely money. It is a reflection, a measure of your alignment with the universal law of abundance. When you command it, you are demonstrating that you understand the unseen principles and that you can harmonize with them. It is a milestone, a signpost that tells you the invisible realm is responding to your declarations. Once the first million is claimed, the pathway to greater wealth, greater freedom, and greater impact becomes clear. It is essential to understand that commanding the universe is not a selfish act. True abundance benefits not only you but those around you. Speak your sentence with the recognition that your prosperity can contribute to the highest good of all. When wealth flows through you in harmony and purpose, it creates ripples of blessing far beyond what you initially imagined. This alignment multiplies your command's effectiveness, making your first million a catalyst for even greater miracles. Your words are not just sounds, they are instructions, vibrations, and invitations. They shape reality. Speak your sentence with authority, as a leader speaks to a trusted team. Do not whisper it timidly. Do not murmur it in doubt. Speak it boldly as though the universe itself waits for your command. It does. And when spoken in faith, in clarity, in joy, and in gratitude, the universe cannot resist. Consider the power of your mind. Thoughts precede words, and words precede manifestation. Your sentence is the bridge between thought and reality. Think clearly, speak with intention, and act in alignment. The law is simple yet profound: command first, then allow. The universe obeys always because it responds to truth, to certainty, and to the vibration of belief. Understand that timing is divine. Your million may not appear immediately, but it will arrive in perfect timing. The universe orchestrates circumstances, people, and events so that the result is complete, perfect, and sustainable. Patience, therefore, is not inaction, it is trust. The moment you speak the sentence, you set the gears of the universe turning. You may not see them moving, but they are moving in ways that exceed your imagination. It is not enough to think in terms of met alone. When you command the universe, allow the intention to include the highest good of all. True abundance is never isolated. It flows like water, nourishing, refreshing, and expanding life everywhere it touches. The more your sentence embraces this principle, the stronger its power, the more unstoppable the manifestation becomes. The sentence you speak is your declaration of authority. It tells the invisible world that you are ready to receive, that you are aligned, that you are a co-creator with the infinite. By commanding rather than asking, by believing rather than hoping, and by acting with integrity rather than desperation, you step into a level of mastery few ever reach. Your words become law. Your thoughts become form. Your faith becomes reality. Now, take a moment. Speak the sentence aloud. I now command the universe to release my first $1 million in perfect ways, in perfect timing. And for the highest good of all, say it slowly. Feel every word. Let it resonate in your chest. Let it echo in your mind. Know without a shadow of doubt that this sentence is alive, active, and unstoppable. Speak it every morning. Speak it every night. Speak it when you walk, when you drive, when you prepare for the day. Let it saturate your consciousness. Let it imprint upon your subconscious mind. The universe does not differentiate between conscious and subconscious belief. It responds to the vibration of certainty. Repetition strengthens faith. Faith strengthens vibration. Vibration commands manifestation. This is the process. Simple in description, yet transformative in result. It is not your cleverness or your effort that brings the million. It is your alignment with the invisible, your trust in the universal law, your unwavering command. Do not fear delay. Do not fear seeming impossibility. The universe is timeless. It orchestrates events perfectly. Your sentence, repeated, visualized, felt, and believed, becomes an unstoppable force. The doors will open, the people will appear. The opportunities will manifest. All that is required is your command, your faith, and your willingness to receive. Remember, abundance is your divine right. Wealth is a reflection of your alignment, your understanding of universal law, and your faith in the unseen. The first million is not a dream, it is a milestone, a proof that you are now a conscious creator. Speak your sentence with authority, act with joy, and allow the universe to move in its perfection. The law responds. The unseen obeys. The first million is yours. Today let your words be law. Let your sentence echo in the invisible realm. Let it resound with certainty, clarity, and joy. Command the universe. Do not ask, do not hope. Speak with unwavering faith. Let gratitude be your guide. Let imagination be your compass. Let your first million flow into your life as naturally as water seeks the sea. Your words are power. Your command is law. Your faith is the key. Speak the sentence. Believe it, receive it. The universe obeys. There is a profound power in the words you speak, a power that many overlook, yet it governs the very currents of life itself. Every word, every thought, every declaration you make sends a vibration into the invisible universe, and that vibration returns to you in the form of reality. This is the law of manifestation, a law as absolute as gravity, and it is available to you at every moment. Wealth, abundance, and prosperity are not distant dreams reserved for the fortunate few. They are the natural inheritance of every soul who understands and applies this law. The sentence I am about to share with you is simple in its construction, but limitless in its power. I now command the universe to release my first $1 million in perfect ways, in perfect timing, and for the highest good of all. Speak it aloud, speak it with authority, speak it with conviction. Let it roll off your tongue with the certainty of one who knows that the universe bends to the will of those who dare to command it. This is not merely a statement of desire. It is a decree, a proclamation that declares your readiness to receive, your alignment with abundance, and your commitment to the flow of divine prosperity. When you speak this sentence, you are planting a seed in the fertile soil of the unseen realm, and as with any seed, what you speak must be nurtured with thought, imagination, and feeling. Doubt and hesitation are like weeds that strangle the seed before it can grow, but faith, clarity, and joy are the sunlight, water, and rich earth that allow it to flourish. To command the universe successfully, you must first understand that the unseen is as real as the visible. The money, opportunities, and wealth you seek are not created through struggle or brute effort alone. They are called forth through the subtle energies of thought, word, and belief. Your spoken sentence vibrates like a tuning fork in the cosmic symphony, and the universe cannot resist responding to it. It is your declaration, your command, and your assurance that the life you desire is not only possible but inevitable. Visualization is the key that unlocks the doorway between the invisible and the visible. Picture the $1 million flowing into your life in clear, precise detail. Imagine receiving it through perfectly aligned circumstances in ways that feel natural and effortless. See yourself handling it wisely, using it joyfully, and sharing it generously. Feel the emotions of security, freedom, and happiness as though the money is already yours. The universe responds not to mere words but to the fullness of your imagined reality. It treats your feelings and perceptions as instructions for creation, shaping circumstances to match the energy you radiate. Yet, while visualization strengthens the power of your command, the spoken word itself is the spark that ignites the process. There is unparalleled strength in verbal affirmation. When you say the sentence aloud, you give life to your desire, you set intention in motion, and you declare your readiness to receive. Speak it with courage, with authority, with unwavering belief. Let your voice carry the conviction of a soul who knows that wealth is not a matter of chance but of law. Repeat it daily, at the beginning of your day, in the quiet moments of reflection, and whenever doubt tries to whisper its discouragement. Repetition is not redundancy, it is reinforcement, and each repetition strengthens the vibrational signal of your command. At the same time, you must release resistance. Resistance takes many forms: doubt, fear, impatience, or the endless questioning of how and when. These are all forms of interference that block the natural flow of abundance. Surrender them. Let the universe take charge of the details. Your role is not to micromanage the arrival of your $1 million, but to maintain alignment with the energy that draws it to you. Trust that the universe, in its infinite wisdom, knows the perfect ways to deliver, the perfect timing, and the perfect people and opportunities to make it happen. Gratitude is a force that accelerates manifestation. As you speak the sentence, give thanks for the abundance that is already on its way. Feel the excitement of receiving, not as a distant hope but as an inevitable reality. Gratitude elevates your vibration, making your energy magnetic to the flow of prosperity. When you thank the universe for what is coming, you are not pretending. It is an acknowledgement of the law working in your favor, a recognition that your command has been heard, and that the fulfillment of your desire is already in motion. Your actions must also reflect the mindset of abundance. Inspired action, guided by intuition and joy, is essential. Do not act out of desperation, worry, or need, for these energies repel wealth. Instead, let your actions be aligned with the confidence and clarity of one who knows that the universe is orchestrating everything in your favor. Take steps that feel natural, that carry enthusiasm, and that honor your sense of purpose. Each aligned action amplifies the energy of your command, helping to bridge the invisible and visible worlds. Understand that the first million is more than money. It is a signal, a confirmation, a tangible proof that you are in harmony with universal law. Once it arrives, it opens doors for greater abundance, more opportunities, and increased freedom. The first million demonstrates that you are capable of alignment, that you can speak, think, and feel in ways that draw resources effortlessly, and that the universe is responsive to your declarations. Wealth is not a matter of luck. It is a reflection of the energy you cultivate, the clarity of your word, and the joy with which you live. Imagination precedes reality. What you can imagine with intensity, clarity, and feeling, the universe will bring into form. Do not limit your vision to what seems practical or immediate. Allow your mind to stretch, to create a vivid picture of abundance that excites and energizes you. The universe responds to imagination as though it were already real. When you see yourself wealthy, capable, and free, when you feel the emotions of that state, the universe matches your energy with circumstances, people, and opportunities that manifest your vision. Abundance always flows in ways that benefit the greater good. Wealth is not merely for personal satisfaction, it is a channel for higher service, for giving, and for creating positive impact in the world. When you command your first million, envision it not only for yourself, but for the good it can bring to others. This principle ensures that your prosperity is aligned with the highest spiritual law, and it opens doors for blessings to multiply in ways that far exceed your expectations. You are not asking the universe to grant you charity. You are declaring a right, a destiny, a natural state of alignment. Speak with authority, speak with clarity, and speak with the unwavering confidence of one who knows that abundance is your inheritance. There is a difference between wishing for wealth and commanding it. Wishing carries uncertainty, commanding carries certainty. The universe obeys certainty. It cannot resist the force of a declaration made with full conviction, free from doubt and resistance. Every morning, as you awaken, speak the sentence. Every evening as you rest, speak the sentence. Let it echo in your mind and heart throughout the day. Fill your thoughts with images of prosperity, fill your actions with joy and alignment, and fill your words with the energy of command. With persistence, consistency, and unwavering belief, you will see doors open, opportunities arise, and wealth flow into your life in ways that seem miraculous, yet are perfectly natural. This is the law of abundance: clarity in desire, authority in word, alignment in feeling, gratitude in heart, and inspired action in life. To command your first million is not a dream, it is a reality waiting to be claimed. It requires no manipulation, no struggle, no worry. It requires only your understanding of law, your declaration of truth, and your willingness to embody the energy of abundance. Remember, the universe is impartial. It responds not to your doubts, fears, or limitations, but to your energy, your words, and your belief. Speak with power, act with joy, and live as though wealth is not just coming but already yours. The first million is a milestone, a signpost, and a proof that you are in alignment with the law of prosperity. As you continue this practice, you will notice shifts not only in your finances but in your relationships, your opportunities, and your sense of self. The flow of abundance touches all areas of life when you command it with authority. Speak the sentence, see the money flowing, feel the joy of its arrival, release resistance, express gratitude, and take inspired action. The universe will respond as it always does, with perfect timing and perfect provision. Today is the day to begin. Today is the moment to declare your readiness to receive. Speak your sentence, feel it, live it, and watch as the invisible universe bends to deliver the visible reality of your first million. It is not a question of if. It is a matter of when. Align your words, your thoughts, and your actions with the law of abundance, and your command will manifest beyond your imagination. You are the master of your own prosperity. Speak, see, feel, act, and receive. The first million is yours, waiting to respond to the power of your declaration. Stand tall, speak boldly, and command the universe to deliver. Your life of abundance begins now, and there is nothing that can prevent the law of the universe from fulfilling your spoken command. There is a universal law that governs all life, a law so simple yet so profound that once understood, it has the power to transform your reality in ways you cannot yet imagine. This law is the power of words. Every word you speak carries an energy, a vibration that travels into the invisible realm and attracts to you the conditions, circumstances, and opportunities that match it. Your words are seeds. Some are seeds of lack, poverty, and limitation. Some are seeds of abundance, prosperity, and divine favor. The difference lies entirely in your choice and in your understanding of this invisible law. Today I will speak to you about a sentence so potent that, when spoken with conviction, it commands the universe to release your first million. This is not a wish, not a hope, not a dream whispered into the darkness. This is a declaration, a decree, a clear and confident command spoken aloud to the infinite intelligence that governs all creation. The sentence is simple. I now command the universe to release my first $1 million in perfect ways, in perfect timing, and for the highest good of all. Speak it daily. Speak it boldly. Speak it with faith that leaves no room for doubt. Understand that when you speak this sentence, you are not asking the universe to grant you something outside its reach. You are aligning yourself with the infinite supply that is already yours. Wealth, abundance, and prosperity are not external forces to be chased or sought. They are the natural expression of your alignment with the divine law. The universe is already abundant. The question is whether your thoughts, words, and beliefs allow you to partake of that abundance. When you speak this sentence with authority, you are declaring that you are ready, willing, and deserving to receive. Faith is the cornerstone of this law. You must trust that the universe knows infinitely more than you do, and that it will deliver your first million in the perfect way, at the perfect time, and for the highest good of all. Do not concern yourself with the how or the when. These are details reserved for the infinite mind. Your task is to affirm the desire, release it into the universe, and then maintain a vibration of expectation, not anxiety. Let your heart be free from resistance, and let your mind be filled with the certainty that abundance is already flowing to you. Doubt is the greatest enemy of manifestation. Even the smallest whisper of disbelief can neutralize the power of your words. If you say the sentence but secretly wonder if it will work, the universe honors your vibration, not your words alone. You must speak as though the command has already been obeyed. You must feel the truth of it in every fiber of your being. Your inner conviction is the invisible force that sets this law into motion. Alongside faith, gratitude amplifies the energy of your words. Every day, thank the universe for the wealth that is already on its way to you. Express thanks for the unseen, for the opportunities you cannot yet see, and for the freedom and security that this first million will bring into your life. Gratitude is not only a magnet for more blessings, it is the proof that you trust the law, that you believe in its perfection, and that you are ready to receive without reservation. The universe responds to the vibration of gratitude far more rapidly than it does to mere desire or longing. Action is also an essential partner to your spoken command. The universe is infinite, yet it works through you. You must take inspired steps, not steps born of struggle, desperation, or fear. These steps are guided by intuition, by the gentle nudges of your inner knowing, and by the opportunities that present themselves once your words have set the invisible forces in motion. Every action you take should be aligned with joy, integrity, and clarity of purpose. The first million is not a result of frantic chasing, but of harmonious co-creation with the divine. Your imagination is a powerful ally in this process. See yourself living in the reality of that first million. Feel it, Imagine the doors opening, the opportunities arriving, and the freedom flowing into your life. The universe responds to the energy you radiate, and the imagination is the bridge between your desire and its physical manifestation. You are not merely wishing for money, you are sending a signal of certainty, a vibration of success that cannot be ignored by the unseen forces. Let yourself experience the feeling of abundance now, and the universe will match that vibration with perfect circumstances. Do not underestimate the power of repetition. Speak this sentence daily. Let it become a natural part of your life, an affirmation that flows from your lips with conviction and joy. The repeated declaration strengthens your alignment and solidifies the belief that your first million is not just possible, it is inevitable. Repetition is the method by which invisible forces gain clarity and focus, allowing the law to operate with precision. Wealth is not only a reflection of your financial state, it is a reflection of your alignment with the universal law. Your first million is proof that your words, thoughts, and beliefs are in harmony with the infinite supply. Once you claim this first measure of abundance, you open the doors to greater blessings, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. Wealth is a tool, a measure of alignment, and a conduit for the good you can do when you operate from a position of prosperity. As you command the universe to release your first million, remember that abundance is always in service of the highest good. True prosperity flows in ways that benefit not only yourself but also those around you. When you align with this principle, you attract opportunities that are harmonious, ethical, and uplifting. The first million is not merely a number. It is the beginning of a life filled with freedom, influence, and the ability to impact the world positively. You are not asking, you are commanding. Speak with authority, confidence, and unwavering belief. The universe responds not to your pleas but to your declarations. It obeys the law you have invoked through your words and your faith. By speaking this sentence, you are stepping into your divine right to abundance, asserting that you are a worthy recipient of the infinite supply that surrounds you. Many hesitate because they do not yet see the evidence, but the unseen is always in motion. You must act in faith, knowing that the universe moves with perfect timing. Opportunities will arise in ways that you may not have imagined. People will appear, doors will open, and circumstances will align perfectly to deliver your desire. Trust this process and do not waver when the evidence is not yet visible. The law operates in the invisible realm first, and the visible follows. As you continue to speak this sentence, your life will begin to shift. You will notice that challenges are met with ease, that solutions present themselves, and that you are increasingly guided by an inner wisdom that seems to know the perfect next step. This is the universe responding to your command, orchestrating circumstances to bring your first million into your experience in the most harmonious way possible. Remember, your words are seeds. Your thoughts are vibrations. Your faith is the force that ignites manifestation. By combining these elements with gratitude, inspired action, and joy, you create a powerful magnet for wealth. The first million is only the beginning. It is the proof that you are capable of commanding abundance, that you are in alignment with universal law, and that you are worthy of receiving the limitless supply that surrounds you. Do not delay. Speak the sentence today. Speak it now. Let it become a part of your daily life, a declaration that cannot be ignored. Let your belief be unwavering, your faith unshakable, and your heart open to receive. Command the universe, and watch as it bends to deliver what is already yours by divine law. Your first million is not a dream, it is a destiny waiting to be claimed. It is a reflection of your alignment with the infinite, a measure of your faith, and a symbol of your readiness to live a life of freedom, joy, and purpose. Speak the sentence, embody its truth, and allow the universe to respond. And when you do, you will discover that wealth is not only about money. It is about confidence, clarity, and connection with the divine intelligence that governs all life. It is about freedom from limitation, and the ability to create the life you were meant to live. Your first million is simply the beginning of this journey, the first proof that you can command the universe and receive without struggle or fear. So, speak now, speak boldly, speak daily. Let your words become the seeds of a reality filled with abundance, joy, and limitless opportunity. The universe is listening, and it obeys those who command with unwavering faith. Your first million is already on its way. You need only speak and receive. Resistance is the invisible barrier that keeps your desires from manifesting. It is the subtle hesitation in your mind, the whisper of doubt that says, maybe I can't, or it will take too long. Resistance is not always loud. Often it disguises itself as rational thinking, as careful planning, or as the insistence that the world must bend to your timetable. Yet every ounce of resistance you hold inside is energy misdirected, energy that could be the very current carrying your first million into your life. The moment you recognize resistance, the moment you feel it as it rises, you have taken the first step toward liberation. Acknowledge it without judgment, then release it fully into the invisible realm. Do not fight it with anger or frustration, simply let it go. Resistance can only hold power when it is nourished by your attention. When you turn your focus to faith, certainty, and expectation, resistance weakens and eventually vanishes. Your thoughts, your words, and your beliefs create the blueprint of your life. When you resist, you are essentially creating an energetic wall between yourself and your desired reality. This wall is not physical. It exists in the unseen, in the subtle vibrations that govern the flow of abundance. Each thought of doubt, fear, or lack thickens that wall. Each worry about how, when, or why your wealth will appear acts like cement, hardening the barrier against your own prosperity. To release resistance, you must cultivate awareness of this energetic reality. You must understand that your inner world precedes your outer circumstances. What you hold inside is what the universe responds to. If your mind is tense, restless, or doubtful, the universe cannot deliver with clarity. If your inner space is calm, expectant, and free, the universe responds instantly to your command. One of the most powerful methods to release resistance is through the spoken word. Words are not mere sounds. They are vibrations that echo through the invisible, shaping reality. When you speak affirmations of abundance, faith, and prosperity, you are dissolving resistance without struggling against it. Say aloud, "I release all doubt, all worry, and all fear. I now trust the universe to deliver my first million in perfect ways, at the perfect time." Repeat this daily, and let your voice carry the authority of someone who is fully aligned with divine law. Your words are no longer simple statements. They are commands to the unseen forces that govern wealth. They remove the blocks that resistance creates. Resistance often manifests in impatience. You want your desires now, immediately, and when they do not appear on your schedule, tension arises. This tension feeds resistance. Understand that the universe has infinite wisdom and cannot be hurried. By releasing the need to control the timeline, you free yourself from the trap of impatience. Trust that every delay is orchestrated for your highest good. Sometimes, what you perceive as a delay is actually preparation. Opportunities, people, and ideas must align perfectly before the manifestation can occur. By letting go of the struggle against timing, you dissolve resistance and make space for miracles to enter. Another subtle form of resistance is doubt in your own worthiness. Many people unconsciously believe they do not deserve abundance, that wealth is for someone else, or that they must earn it through struggle. This belief alone creates invisible chains around your prosperity. To release resistance, you must affirm your divine right to wealth. Remind yourself daily that abundance is your birthright, that the universe exists to serve you when you align with it, and that there is no need to prove yourself or beg for your desires. Speak boldly, "I am worthy of receiving wealth. I am deserving of my first million. I accept it freely and joyfully." Let these words sink deeply into your consciousness. By affirming your worth, you remove the energetic blocks resistance has built over years of self-doubt. Resistance can also appear in the form of conflicting desires. You may want wealth, yet part of you fears the responsibility it brings, the change it may cause, or the attention it may draw. This internal conflict creates friction that halts the flow of prosperity. To release this resistance, clarity is required. Decide fully, with unwavering intent, that abundance is your chosen path. Do not negotiate with fear or hesitation. Make your desire absolute and align all your thoughts, feelings, and actions with that decision. When your inner world is consistent and unwavering, resistance cannot survive. Gratitude is a powerful tool in releasing resistance. Resistance is rooted in lack. It feeds on the belief that something is missing or that life is not enough. Gratitude flips the energy. When you focus on the blessings you already have, no matter how small, your vibration rises and resistance falls away. Each day express thanks for the unseen abundance flowing toward you. Say, "Thank you for the opportunities I have, for the wealth already on its way, and for my first million manifesting in perfect order." Gratitude opens the channels that resistance blocks and invites the universe to move freely on your behalf. It is also essential to observe your emotions. Fear, worry, anxiety, and frustration are often the hidden currents of resistance. These emotions are signals, not punishments. Notice them without judgment, then release them consciously. You might say internally, "I feel fear, but I release it now. I choose faith instead." By doing so, you are actively removing resistance and replacing it with a vibration of expectation. The universe responds to this shift immediately, because you are no longer pushing against the flow but moving with it. Let go of the need to control outcomes. Resistance thrives in the soil of micromanagement. When you insist on how things must happen, when you doubt the universe's plan, or when you hold tight to a rigid expectation, you block the very force that would bring your million. Surrender is not giving up, it is aligning. Surrender is knowing that the universe is infinitely capable, infinitely creative, and infinitely benevolent. By trusting the unseen, you dissolve the resistance that fear and doubt have built. Faith is the antidote to resistance. It is the quiet knowing that what you have commanded will manifest, regardless of appearances. Faith does not require evidence, it requires persistence, consistency, and confidence. Every time resistance arises, meet it with faith. Every time doubt whispers, answer with certainty. Let your inner world be so strong in expectation that resistance has no foothold. Faith transforms your command from mere words into a living force that moves the universe on your behalf. Action, when inspired and aligned, reinforces the release of resistance. Do not confuse action with frantic effort. Action guided by clarity, intuition, and joy magnifies your spoken command. It signals to the universe that you are ready to receive and that your desire is in harmony with divine law. Each inspired step you take dissolves the blocks created by resistance and accelerates the flow of abundance. Remember that resistance is temporary. It is a signal that your attention has strayed, that doubt has entered, or that fear has whispered in your ear. It is not permanent, and it holds no ultimate power over you. Every time you release it through affirmation, visualization, faith, gratitude, and inspired action, you reinforce your alignment with the invisible currents of wealth. Over time, resistance diminishes until it no longer hinders your manifestation. Finally, commit fully to the practice of conscious release. Speak your sentence, see your million, feel the freedom, and let all fear, doubt, and hesitation go. Resistance cannot withstand the certainty of a focused mind, a surrendered heart, and the persistent vibration of expectation. By continuously releasing resistance, you place yourself in perfect harmony with universal law. You become a channel for abundance, not a barrier. You command and the universe responds. The first million is not just a sum of money. It is proof that you can align, release resistance, and allow divine order to work through your life. Every doubt you release, every fear you let go, every moment of faith you embrace brings that million closer. Speak your sentence, believe with unwavering conviction, and release resistance completely. The universe is waiting to respond. Abundance is your natural state. Resistance is the only obstacle, and it exists only as long as you give it attention. Release it, and the flow begins. Release it, and your first million moves toward you in perfect ways, at perfect times, for the highest good of all. Release it, and watch as the invisible responds to your spoken command, proving that when resistance falls, prosperity rises without effort, without struggle, and without delay. Release resistance, and you release the universe's full power into your life. The moment you begin to speak words of power consistently, a transformation begins. Daily affirmation is not merely a habit, it is a sacred ritual that tunes your mind to the frequency of abundance. Every time you repeat your command to the universe, you are reinforcing a vibration that cannot be ignored. Think of it as planting seeds in fertile soil. Each word is a seed, and each repetition nourishes it, encouraging it to grow, to break through the surface, and to bear the fruit of your desire. There is no force in the world more powerful than a focused mind combined with the spoken word, repeated with faith and expectation. You may ask, why is repetition so important? The answer is simple: the universe responds not only to your intentions but to the persistence of your intention. A single statement, spoken once, may be heard, but it is only through repetition that your command becomes irresistible to the invisible forces. Like a river carving a canyon through solid rock, daily affirmations steadily erode the barriers of doubt, fear, and limitation. Day after day, the vibration you create becomes stronger and more distinct, until the universe recognizes it as a decree that must be fulfilled. Your words, spoken daily, are the drumbeat of your destiny, calling forth the opportunities, people, and circumstances that align perfectly with your desire. Consider the mind of a masterful conductor. Every day, he lifts the baton and guides the orchestra, ensuring each note flows in harmony with the whole. Your affirmation is the baton, and the universe is your orchestra. Each repetition sets the rhythm. Each word shapes the melody of your life, and over time, what was once invisible becomes reality. Daily affirmation builds momentum because it bridges the gap between thought and manifestation. The more faithfully you repeat your statement, the more your subconscious mind aligns with your spoken command, removing internal resistance and opening doors you never imagined possible. Many people fail to grasp the subtle power of daily affirmation. They speak a desire once, hope for instant results, and when nothing immediately appears, they abandon the practice. They do not realize that their spoken words are like arrows released into the invisible realm. An arrow finds its mark not in a single flight, but through persistent, deliberate aim. Through repeated release until it strikes true. The first time you speak your sentence to command the universe to release your first million, the energy is set in motion. The second time you speak it, that energy is reinforced. By the third, fourth, and 15th repetition, the momentum grows beyond your conscious understanding. This is the law of vibration in action. You are not merely saying words, you are sending waves of certainty into the cosmos. The universe is compelled to respond to the repeated demand, especially when it is backed by faith and vision. Repetition also builds faith. Faith is the silent partner of the spoken word. Without faith, the words remain hollow, mere sounds passing through the air. But when repeated daily with conviction, they anchor themselves deeply in your subconscious, creating an unshakable belief that your desire is inevitable. Your mind begins to act as if the wealth has already been received. You feel it, you see it, you believe it. This inner certainty ripples outward, influencing your actions, your choices, and even the people you meet. Opportunities that once seemed random now appear as natural consequences of the energy you have cultivated. Your daily affirmation becomes a magnet, drawing circumstances that correspond with your declared intention. Furthermore, daily repetition clears mental clutter. The human mind is easily distracted. Doubts, worries, and limiting beliefs attempt to pull attention away from the path of abundance. Each time you affirm your desire, you are reclaiming control of your mind. You are directing your thoughts toward your highest good and away from fear. The simple act of speaking your sentence daily is a declaration of authority over your own consciousness. You are saying to yourself and to the universe, I am focused, I am aligned, and I am unwavering in my command. This consistent mental discipline strengthens your focus, sharpens your clarity, and ensures that your subconscious is fully engaged in the fulfillment of your goal. Daily affirmation also cultivates patience. Many fail to see immediate results and grow discouraged, forgetting that the universe works on its own divine timetable. The power of repeating your sentence day after day is that it allows the universe to orchestrate events perfectly. It gives the unseen forces the time and space needed to arrange people, ideas, and opportunities in ways you could not orchestrate yourself. By speaking your sentence daily, you are not forcing outcomes. You are co-creating with the universe. You are aligning yourself with divine timing, trusting that each repetition brings you closer to the manifestation of your first million in ways that are precise, perfect, and for your highest good. Another subtle yet profound effect of daily affirmation is its impact on your behavior. When you speak your command every day, you begin to act in ways that are consistent with the wealth you are attracting. You become more alert to opportunities, more decisive in action, and more open to receiving. Your mind starts to recognize pathways to abundance that previously went unnoticed. Your thoughts and actions harmonize with your spoken words, creating a seamless flow between intention, declaration, and manifestation. Each repetition strengthens this alignment, and soon your daily affirmation is no longer just a statement, it becomes a lifestyle, a rhythm of consciousness that naturally attracts wealth. The power of daily affirmation is also cumulative. Each day, the energy you create compounds upon the previous days, building an unstoppable momentum. Imagine rolling a small snowball down a hill. At first, it is tiny, almost inconsequential, but as it continues rolling, it gathers mass, gaining size, speed, and power until it becomes an avalanche. Daily repetition works the same way. Your words, repeated with faith, gather invisible energy until the universe responds with overwhelming force. Your first million is not distant or unattainable. It is being drawn to you by the unstoppable momentum of your persistent affirmation. It is essential, however, to speak with intention. Mindless repetition is ineffective. Your words must carry feeling, belief, and expectation. Speak with the certainty that what you declare is already yours. Imagine it vividly. Feel the emotions of having received it. Experience the joy, freedom, and relief that abundance brings. The universe responds to energy, not mere words. Daily affirmation builds momentum because it combines thought, feeling, and speech into a coherent force that cannot be ignored. This force moves through you, through your environment, and ultimately into material manifestation. Consistency is the key. Speak your sentence every morning, every evening, and whenever doubt arises, let it become the first sound you utter upon waking and the last before sleep. Let it echo in your mind, filling every corner of your consciousness. The more consistently you affirm, the faster the momentum grows. Resistance is gradually worn away, opportunities appear as if by miracle, and circumstances shift in your favor. Daily repetition is the silent, persistent engine of manifestation. It works even when you cannot see immediate results, because the invisible realm is already arranging the evidence of your abundance. Finally, remember the joy in repetition. Speak your affirmation with excitement and gratitude. Let it be a celebration, not a chore. The universe delights in joy. Your excitement, your expectation, and your pleasure in speaking your command amplify its power. When daily affirmation becomes a joyful ritual, it builds momentum not just through persistence, but through positive energy that attracts like energy. You are no longer merely requesting, you are co-creating with the universe, moving with its flow, and embracing the certainty that your first million is already on its way. In conclusion, daily affirmation builds momentum because it transforms your words into action, your thoughts into vibration, and your desires into inevitability. It anchors faith in your subconscious, clears resistance, aligns your actions with your goals, and attracts opportunities in perfect timing. By speaking your command every day, you are creating an unstoppable wave of energy that cannot be ignored by the universe. Each repetition is a step closer to the manifestation of your first million, a declaration that you are worthy, capable, and aligned with infinite abundance. Persist, repeat, believe, and watch as the universe responds to the unwavering rhythm of your voice. The momentum you build today will carry you to the wealth you seek tomorrow, and each day you affirm, you accelerate the manifestation of your greatest desires. Gratitude is not merely a polite expression or a fleeting feeling, it is the very force that amplifies every blessing in your life. Imagine for a moment that you are standing in a vast field surrounded by seeds. Each seed is a possibility, a blessing, a manifestation waiting to unfold. You could ignore them, take them for granted, or even step on them in haste. But when you nurture them with attention, care, and most importantly, gratitude, they grow into abundant harvests beyond what you ever imagined. The law of manifestation works in exactly this way. The universe in its infinite wisdom responds to the vibration you send out, and gratitude is the highest, purest vibration there is. When you speak words of thanks, when you feel appreciation in your heart for even the smallest of blessings, you are sending a signal into the unseen realms that you recognize abundance and are ready to receive more. Gratitude is a magnetic force. It does not wait for perfect circumstances. You do not need to have everything in place or every desire fulfilled to feel grateful. In fact, the power of gratitude is greatest when you are able to appreciate the present while holding a clear vision of your desire. This is why the wise know that the act of giving thanks opens the door to more. For the universe always responds to recognition. Consider your life and all the blessings you already possess. Perhaps it is the roof over your head, the food on your table, the air that fills your lungs, or the simple ability to experience joy. Each of these is a gift, a token of abundance that, when acknowledged, increases the flow of more good into your life. Gratitude is not passive, it is active recognition, an affirmation that you are aligned with the infinite source of all good. When you speak words of appreciation, you create a resonance that attracts circumstances and opportunities in perfect harmony with your desire. The mistake many make is waiting until the desire is fulfilled before expressing thanks. They say, I will be grateful when I have my $1 million, my dream home, or my ideal career. This is backward thinking. The law does not work in the realm of lack, it responds to the vibration you project now. By expressing gratitude for the wealth you are seeking, even before it appears, you are declaring faith in the invisible forces, and you are acknowledging that the universe is already conspiring in your favor. In this sense, gratitude becomes not just an emotion, but a tool, a deliberate spiritual practice that multiplies manifestation. When you wake each morning, take a moment to give thanks. Speak aloud, or whisper in your heart, a sentence of appreciation for the blessings you already enjoy. Perhaps it is, thank you for the abundance that flows into my life. Thank you for the opportunities, the friendships, the guidance, and the prosperity that surround me. Say it with sincerity. Feel the words resonate within you. As you do this, notice the subtle shift in your awareness. Your mind begins to focus not on scarcity, worry, or limitation, but on abundance, possibility, and divine order. This shift is crucial because the law of manifestation responds not to desire alone, but to the harmony of your thought, feeling, and belief. Gratitude unites all three. Gratitude is also a way to release fear and resistance. Often, people block their own blessings by focusing on what they lack, what they fear, or what seems impossible. These thoughts send a vibration of emptiness to the universe, which, like a mirror, reflects them back. When you consciously choose gratitude, even in small moments, you dissolve fear. You acknowledge the good that is already present, and in doing so, you make space for the greater good to enter. It is like clearing debris from a river so that the waters may flow freely. Gratitude removes the obstacles that prevent abundance from reaching you. Think about the power of appreciation in relationships. When you express sincere thanks to others, you are not only enriching their experience but also creating a current of positive energy that circles back to you. Every act of gratitude is a ripple in the universal pond, sending waves of harmonious energy that inevitably return multiplied. This is why giving thanks is never wasted effort. When you recognize and appreciate the efforts of others, the kindness of strangers, or the simple beauty of life, you participate in a universal dance of giving and receiving that magnifies every blessing in your life. To harness gratitude as a multiplier of manifestation, combine it with clarity of desire, know exactly what you want and hold that vision firmly in your heart. Then, give thanks for it as if it is already yours. Do not focus on how it will arrive or when, for the universe is infinitely capable of delivering in ways far beyond your imagination. Your role is to affirm and to feel. To say, I am grateful for my first million, for the opportunities that bring it, for the people, the ideas, and the doors that align perfectly to deliver it, is to send a signal that the manifestation is inevitable. The energy of thanks, joined with clear intent, sets in motion invisible forces that bring your desires into form. Gratitude also creates receptivity. It softens the mind and opens the heart. When you are grateful, you are in a state of readiness to receive. You notice opportunities that others overlook. You attract people who support your goals, circumstances that favor your progress, and ideas that lead to solutions. In a state of thankfulness, your senses are heightened and your intuition becomes more reliable. The universe is like a vast orchestra, and gratitude tunes you to the correct frequency so that you may hear and follow the melody of abundance. It is important to remember that gratitude does not depend on external conditions. You are not giving thanks for the absence of challenges, but for the presence of divine guidance, infinite possibilities, and the resources already available to you. This distinction is crucial because it keeps you in a state of empowerment rather than dependence. You are not grateful for something that controls you. You are grateful for the life force that flows through you, for the intelligence of the universe that responds to your recognition, and for the certainty that all desires aligned with good are on their way. Gratitude also strengthens faith. Every expression of thanks is a declaration of belief in the unseen. It tells the universe, I know you are at work. I know my desire is already fulfilled in the invisible realm. I trust that it will manifest in perfect ways. Faith without gratitude is like a seed buried in unwatered soil. Faith nourished by gratitude grows into towering abundance. When you feel and express appreciation, you fuel the energy that carries your desire from thought into reality. Consider the way gratitude transforms setbacks. Challenges and obstacles are often disguised blessings, and when you maintain a thankful perspective, you discover lessons, opportunities, and new pathways within every difficulty. Instead of resisting or resenting circumstances, you see the hidden order, the divine orchestration, and you remain aligned with abundance. This approach not only multiplies manifestation, but also brings peace and joy in the present moment, making the journey toward your desire as rewarding as the attainment itself. Expressing gratitude is not a passive ritual, it is a creative act. When you write down your thanks, speak it aloud, or meditate on it, you are sending energy into the universe that accelerates the manifestation process. You are creating a resonance, a vibration that acts like a beacon, drawing toward you everything you acknowledge and appreciate. This is why keeping a daily practice of gratitude is recommended. It is a conscious, deliberate way of participating in the divine flow of abundance. The practice of gratitude extends to every aspect of life, health, relationships, opportunities, and wealth. Even small recognitions, such as appreciation for a kind word, a moment of peace, or a minor achievement, compound over time. The law of multiplication works quietly, invisibly, but powerfully. As you continually acknowledge what is already good, you create a foundation upon which greater blessings are built. The first million, or any great desire, is simply the natural expansion of this law in action. Gratitude also prevents envy, comparison, and fear of scarcity. When you focus on appreciating what you have, there is no room for longing for what others possess or for fear that resources are limited. The universe is infinite. By expressing thanks, you align yourself with abundance, not competition. You create an environment where prosperity is welcomed, not resisted. The energy of gratitude ensures that your desires are met in harmony with all life, for the universe responds to positive vibration, not to conflict or complaint. In practical terms, cultivate gratitude by beginning each day with reflection. List 3 or 5 things for which you are thankful, no matter how small. Feel the fullness of appreciation in your heart. Carry this vibration into your thoughts, your speech, and your actions throughout the day. When you encounter a challenge, pause and find something to be thankful for within it. This is not denial, it is empowerment. By finding the good in every situation, you amplify the energy of manifestation, drawing desired outcomes closer. Gratitude multiplies manifestation because it creates harmony with the natural laws of the universe. It aligns thought, word, and feeling, creating coherence in the unseen realms. It opens the channels through which blessings flow effortlessly. It magnifies the effect of your affirmations, prayers, and intentions. It transforms desire into reality. When you combine clarity of vision with sincere appreciation, there is no force more powerful to move the invisible into the visible, the dreamed into the lived, and the hoped for into the had. In closing, remember that every expression of gratitude is a declaration of your faith, a magnet for abundance, and a multiplier of manifestation. Speak it, feel it, live it. Let it flow through every action, thought, and word. By doing so, you are not merely thanking the universe. You are commanding it to bring more blessings, more opportunities, and more prosperity into your life. Your first million, and every subsequent blessing, will respond to this vibration of appreciation, and you will come to understand that abundance is not something to chase, but something to recognize, honor, and multiply through gratitude. Let gratitude be your constant companion. Let it illuminate your path, open doors, and expand your life beyond measure. Speak it daily, feel it deeply, and watch as the universe multiplies every good thing that you recognize, cherish, and thank it for. In this way, gratitude becomes not only the seed of manifestation, but the very garden in which your desires grow, bloom, and flourish beyond your wildest dreams. The first step toward wealth is understanding the incredible power of your words. Every word you speak is a seed cast into the invisible realm, a vibration sent into the universe, carrying with it the energy of creation. Words are not merely sounds or expressions of thought, they are the architects of your reality. When spoken with clarity and faith, they attract, organize, and manifest opportunities beyond what your eyes can see. Every sentence you utter either builds abundance or reinforces limitation. There is a sentence, simple yet potent, that when spoken daily with conviction, sets into motion forces that bring your first million into your hands. It is not a promise based on luck, it is a law of the universe, precise and immutable. By speaking this sentence, you are issuing a direct command to the universal intelligence that governs all things. I now command the universe to release my first $1 million in perfect ways, in perfect timing, and for the highest good of all. Understand this: when you speak this sentence, you are not asking for wealth. You are declaring it. You are no longer a supplicant. You are a sovereign in your own life, aligned with the invisible currents of abundance. This is the first step in awakening to the truth that prosperity is not external. It is the natural reflection of inner alignment with universal law. Faith is the companion of words. Speaking the sentence is not enough if doubt accompanies it. Faith is the unseen force that transforms words into reality. It is the unwavering belief that the universe is infinitely intelligent and always working for your good. When you release your desire to the universe with faith, you free yourself from the struggle of trying to force results. You do not question the method, the path, or the timing. You simply know that the doors will open, the right people will appear, and opportunities will present themselves, perfectly orchestrated for your highest benefit. Visualization is another essential element in this process. The universe responds to energy, not mere words. When you say your sentence, you must also see, feel, and embody the result as though it were already true. Imagine the money flowing into your life effortlessly. Picture the freedom, security, and joy it brings. Imagine the doors opening, the calls coming through, and the solutions manifesting as if by divine orchestration. Saturate your desire with life through your imagination. The universe cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically real. By aligning your inner vision with your spoken word, you amplify the signal of abundance and magnetize the wealth you seek. Resistance, however, can easily block this flow. Doubt, worry, impatience, and negative thinking are all forms of resistance. They act as barriers, diverting the energy you are sending out and neutralizing its effect. To command the universe successfully, you must release all resistance. Let go of fear. Let go of questions about how and when. Step into a state of complete surrender, trusting that the infinite intelligence of the universe is orchestrating everything perfectly. Your task is not to control, it is to affirm, release, and allow. Repetition is the tool that builds momentum. Speaking your sentence daily, consistently, and with unwavering conviction strengthens the vibrational alignment between you and the flow of abundance. Repetition imprints your desire deeply into the subconscious mind, which in turn communicates it to the universal intelligence. With every repetition, you reinforce the signal until the universe responds in ways that are unavoidable. Daily affirmation is not a ritual of wishful thinking. It is the deliberate exercise of your creative authority. Gratitude is the key that multiplies manifestation. When you give thanks, even before the wealth has arrived, you are acknowledging the universe's infinite supply. Gratitude raises your vibration and sends a signal of receptivity. It tells the universe that you recognize and honor the flow of abundance. Thankfulness is not a polite gesture, it is a magnet that draws more good into your life. By expressing sincere gratitude for the wealth already on its way, you accelerate the materialization of your first million. The first million is more than money, it is a reflection of alignment. It is proof that your thoughts, words, and beliefs resonate with universal law. When you claim it, you demonstrate that you have mastered the art of co-creating with the invisible forces that govern life. Wealth is not random. It is a manifestation of your conscious alignment with the principles of prosperity. By commanding your first million, you affirm your ability to shape reality, not through struggle or wishful thinking, but through conscious, deliberate creation. Imagination precedes reality. Everything you see in your life began as a thought, an image, a vision held in someone's mind. The universe responds to your imagination with precision. Therefore, if you can see it clearly, feel it fully, and declare it boldly, it becomes inevitable. Do not underestimate the power of your mental vision. Imagine the money, imagine the lifestyle it enables, imagine the people it allows you to help, and imagine the doors it opens for further prosperity. The universe reads this energy as a command, not a wish, and responds accordingly. Abundance flows best when it serves a greater purpose. Your first million is not merely a personal achievement, it is a demonstration of your ability to harness divine intelligence for the highest good. Prosperity should benefit yourself and radiate outward. By using your wealth as a tool for positive impact, you strengthen the universal flow and invite even greater blessings. Abundance is a reflection of alignment with the natural law that favors contribution, integrity, and service. The more your wealth serves good, the more it multiplies. Commanding the universe requires a shift in consciousness. You move from hope to authority, from desire to decree. When you speak your sentence, speak as if the universe is already obeying. Do not plead, do not doubt. Command with certainty, as a master would command a trusted servant. This is not arrogance. It is recognition of your divine partnership with infinite intelligence. Your words carry power, and when combined with faith, imagination, gratitude, and alignment, they are irresistible to the unseen forces of creation. Your first million is a milestone, not the destination. It is the proof that the universal principles of abundance work, and it opens the doors to even greater possibilities. Once you experience the flow, you understand that prosperity is not about money alone, it is about harmony, alignment, and the manifestation of your divine potential. Wealth becomes a measure of your ability to co-create with the universe, a reflection of your thoughts, words, and beliefs in perfect harmony with the invisible order. To activate this principle, begin today. Stand tall, speak your sentence aloud, and release it into the unseen realm with unwavering conviction. Repeat it daily. See it, feel it, believe it, and trust the infinite intelligence that governs all things. Let your imagination saturate your desire with life. Release all doubts, all fear, all resistance. Be grateful even before the wealth arrives, for the universe is always listening. Your words are a seed, your faith is water, your imagination is sunlight, and the universe is the fertile soil that brings your desire into manifestation. Remember, abundance is your natural right. It is not earned through struggle or competition, it is claimed through conscious alignment, the use of your words, the power of your faith, and the clarity of your vision. Your first million is not a distant dream, it is your present opportunity, waiting for you to command it into existence. So speak the sentence boldly, repeat it consistently, visualize it clearly, trust completely, be grateful endlessly. Align yourself with the unseen currents of abundance, release resistance, believe without doubt. The universe responds to certainty. Your first million is not just possible, it is inevitable. Command it, and it will come. Wealth is more than the accumulation of money, it is the reflection of a life lived in harmony with the laws of the universe. To understand wealth is to understand that it is not something outside of you that must be chased, negotiated for, or forced into existence. Rather, wealth is a mirror of your inner state, a direct manifestation of your thoughts, beliefs, and alignment with the infinite supply that surrounds every living being. When you examine the lives of those who attract abundance effortlessly, you notice a pattern. Their wealth is not a matter of luck or circumstance, it is the natural outcome of alignment. They think in accordance with prosperity, speak in a tone that affirms abundance, and act in ways that support the flow of the universe. Every step they take resonates with a higher order, every word they speak resonates with truth, and every thought they entertain radiates confidence in the supply that is already theirs. The principle is simple: if you wish to be wealthy, you must first align. Alignment means harmony between your inner world and the external universe. It is a conscious recognition that every desire you hold can be met, that every dream is supported by infinite intelligence, and that scarcity exists only in thought, not in reality. When your mind is filled with doubt, worry, or fear, wealth is blocked. When your heart is open to receiving, when your words are consistent with your desires, and when your actions are guided by faith rather than desperation, wealth naturally flows. Consider the words you speak daily. Each phrase you utter carries a vibration. Words of lack and limitation send signals that repel prosperity. Words of faith, affirmation, and certainty attract it. When you say, "I cannot afford this," or "money is hard to come by," you are creating a reality that mirrors scarcity. Conversely, when you declare with confidence, "I am aligned with infinite abundance," you are calling into existence the very wealth you desire. Your words, consistently spoken, become the blueprint for the life you are creating. Alignment also requires the mastery of thought. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. They shape your perceptions, inform your choices, and influence your experiences. Wealth is not merely an external accumulation, it is the outcome of focused and harmonious thought. When you think in terms of lack, you attract circumstances that reflect lack. When you think in terms of abundance, the universe responds by organizing circumstances, people, and opportunities to match that vibration. Every dollar, every opportunity, and every success you experience is a reflection of the alignment of your mind, heart, and spirit. Visualization is a tool of immense power in achieving alignment. To see yourself wealthy is to signal to the universe that you accept the reality you desire. The universe cannot distinguish between what is imagined with clarity and what is already real. It responds to the energy you emit. When you visualize yourself living in prosperity, experiencing financial freedom, and enjoying the fruits of abundance, you are aligning your inner state with the outer manifestation. This alignment accelerates the flow of wealth, making it inevitable, not by chance, but by law. Faith is another cornerstone of alignment. Faith is the unwavering belief that what you desire is already on its way to you. It is the quiet confidence that the universe, in its perfect wisdom, is orchestrating circumstances to bring your desires into reality. Faith does not question the method or timing, it rests in the certainty that abundance is guaranteed. When your faith is steadfast, your alignment is strong and wealth flows naturally. Without faith, doubt creeps in, resistance forms, and the flow is obstructed. Gratitude amplifies the alignment of wealth. When you express genuine gratitude for the blessings already present in your life, you open the doors to greater abundance. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to sufficiency, from lack to fulfillment. Every expression of thanks, whether for a small favor or a great gift, aligns your energy with the universal law of supply. The more grateful you are, the more aligned you become, and the more wealth reflects that alignment. Action guided by intuition and joy is an essential component of alignment. It is not enough to speak words, visualize, or hold thoughts of abundance. Wealth requires inspired action. Action that is taken from fear, anxiety, or desperation disrupts alignment. Action that flows naturally from joy, inspiration, and clarity reinforces it. When you act in harmony with your inner guidance, opportunities appear, doors open, and resources move toward you effortlessly. This is the law of alignment in motion. When your inner world and your outer actions resonate in harmony, wealth manifests as a natural consequence. Alignment also involves releasing attachment to the outcome. To be aligned is to trust that the universe knows the perfect path to your abundance. Obsessing over the exact details, timing, or method of manifestation creates resistance. Letting go does not mean abandoning your desire, it means trusting that the supply is infinite and the universe will deliver in the best possible way. Wealth reflects this trust. When you release control and maintain unwavering belief, the universe responds by providing beyond what your limited mind can conceive. Integrity in thought, word, and deed is another key to alignment. The universe responds not only to desire but to the purity of your intent. Wealth flows to those whose intentions are aligned with the highest good of all. Selfishness, manipulation, or dishonesty creates blocks. True prosperity is never at the expense of others, it is a natural result of living in accordance with universal law. When your life radiates honesty, generosity, and goodwill, wealth reflects that alignment because the energy of abundance resonates with the energy of integrity. Patience is part of alignment. The universe works in perfect timing, often beyond the scope of human understanding. Impatience or frustration disrupts harmony, while patience allows the unseen forces to work freely. The first sign of abundance may be small, seemingly insignificant, but it is evidence of alignment. Each step is proof that the flow is real and that greater wealth is on its way. Recognizing and celebrating these signs strengthens alignment, creating a positive feedback loop that attracts more. Alignment also requires clarity of purpose. Wealth is not merely money, it is a reflection of your life's mission. When your goals, values, and desires are clear, your energy is focused, and your vibration resonates with the universe. Confusion, conflict, or indecision scatters energy, diluting alignment. When you are clear about what you want and why, wealth appears naturally as a reflection of your purpose. The universe does not reward indecision, it responds to clarity. Finally, alignment with universal law is not a one-time act, it is a way of life. Every thought, word, and action contributes to the reflection of wealth in your life. Alignment is the consistent practice of conscious awareness, faith, gratitude, integrity, and inspired action. The more consistently you align, the more your life becomes a mirror of abundance. Wealth is not a prize to be won, it is a natural expression of your alignment with the infinite intelligence that governs all life. In conclusion, wealth is the mirror of alignment. To attract it, you must cultivate harmony within yourself, between thought and action, word and intention, desire and faith. Speak words of abundance. Visualize your prosperity, act with joy, release attachment, practice gratitude, maintain integrity, and trust the timing of the universe. Your first million, and every dollar thereafter, is not a matter of luck, circumstance, or effort alone. It is the reflection of your alignment with the infinite supply that is always present. When you live in this alignment, wealth flows naturally, effortlessly, and abundantly, reflecting the harmony of your inner world and the reality around you. You are not striving to earn wealth, you are awakening to the truth that it has always been yours. Wealth reflects alignment, and alignment reflects the mastery of your thoughts, the purity of your intentions, and the faith you place in the infinite intelligence of the universe. Command your life with these principles, and watch as prosperity mirrors your inner state with perfect precision, bringing abundance in ways far greater than you can imagine. Imagination is the silent architect of your destiny. It is the unseen power that shapes the visible world. Before any invention, any fortune, or any success appears in your life, it exists first in the mind. What you imagine, you attract. What you hold in vision, you draw into form. This is not a metaphor, it is a law as certain as the rising of the sun. Every material success, every abundance, every breakthrough begins first as a thought, a picture, a scene created in your imagination. The universe responds not to what you wish you could have, nor to what you hope will appear, but to what you vividly see and feel as if it is already yours. When you understand this principle, you understand that imagination is not idle fantasy, it is active creation. The person who sits quietly in the mind and sees the house, the car, the business, the $1 million, the freedom, the life they desire, is already halfway to possessing it. The universe does not distinguish between imagination and reality. It moves in response to the energy, the clarity, and the conviction behind your mental pictures. Too often, we confine our minds to what is rather than what could be. We allow circumstance, past experience, or the opinions of others to narrow the horizon of our imagination. Yet your imagination is divine. It is the channel through which infinite possibilities flow. When you imagine wealth, health, freedom, or joy, you are not creating illusions, you are communicating with the universal mind that responds to every clear, focused desire. You are planting a seed in the fertile soil of the unseen world, and that seed will grow into reality if you nourish it with faith and feeling. Visualize constantly. See the life you desire in minute detail. Hear the sounds, feel the textures, sense the emotions. Imagine walking into your dream home, counting the money that has come into your hands, celebrating the success you have earned, and feeling the joy and security that accompany it. Your imagination must be alive, vibrant, and overflowing with certainty. The universe is attuned to the frequency of your inner world. If your thoughts are muddled, hesitant, or weak, the signal is diluted and manifestation slows. But if your imagination is clear, steadfast, and emotionally charged, reality cannot help but conform to it. Do not allow disbelief to enter the picture. Doubt is the greatest enemy of manifestation. Even the most brilliant vision can be stalled by hesitation. Every time you affirm your vision, every time you close your eyes and feel it as already done, you strengthen the magnetic pull of your desire. Speak to yourself as though the dream is already yours. Say, I am living in abundance, and let the mind accept it as truth. Your imagination is most powerful when it is paired with unshakable faith. Faith does not question the process, it sees the result and moves as if it is already here. It is essential to understand that imagination is not passive. It requires daily practice, repetition, and focus. Just as a musician practices scales, just as an athlete trains the body, you must train the mind to dwell on your desired reality. Begin each day by visualizing the life you want. Let the first moments of consciousness be filled with your dream, not with worry, debt, or struggle. Create a mental picture so vivid that it excites your emotions and ignites your belief. The universe responds to the energy of feeling more than the words themselves. Emotion is the fuel that powers your imagination into manifestation. When your heart and mind are in harmony, you send a signal that cannot be ignored. Imagination also requires courage. You must be willing to see yourself in a position of abundance, even if the world around you does not yet reflect it. This may feel audacious or even impossible at first, but it is the daring imagination that calls forth miracles. The person who imagines wealth, success, and freedom before it appears is not living in fantasy. They are living in the future that is being prepared for them. Your present circumstances are simply the canvas on which your imagination will paint. Do not be discouraged by what is absent in your life today. What exists now is not a limitation, it is merely a temporary stage. The universe does not limit itself to your current conditions. Your imagination sets the destination, and the unseen forces orchestrate the path. If you imagine yourself free from debt, enjoying your first million, running a successful business, or experiencing perfect health, you are directing the universe to bring that into form. It will find ways, people, and circumstances to support your vision. Your job is to imagine clearly, believe fully, and act consistently in alignment with the mental picture you hold. Imagination precedes reality also in the sense that your outer world is always a reflection of your inner world. If you imagine scarcity, struggle, and limitation, you attract more of the same. If you imagine abundance, ease, and opportunity, you invite these into your life. You are the sculptor of your existence, and the chisel is your mind. Hold the image you want to create with precision and delight, and the universe will carve it into your life with perfect skill. The most successful people in the world, those who have achieved wealth, influence, and freedom, understand this law intuitively. They see themselves in positions of triumph before the world recognizes them. They act, not from desperation, but from the certainty that what they imagine is inevitable. They carry an invisible blueprint in their minds, and every step they take, every decision they make, is guided by that vision. This is the principle you are invited to embrace. Wealth, health, freedom, love, all of it begins with imagination. Your imagination must also be constructive. Do not fill your mind with fear, lack, or what you do not want. The subconscious mind is impressionable, and the universe responds to the patterns you feed it. If you constantly picture failure, rejection, or limitation, you will manifest these. If you instead picture prosperity, opportunity, and positive outcomes, you will manifest abundance. Discipline your imagination. Guard your thoughts as carefully as a gardener guards precious seeds. Remove weeds of negativity and water the seeds of possibility with joyful expectation. Action is the next vital step. Imagination sets the destination, but action is the vehicle that carries you there. The inspired actions you take, guided by intuition and confidence, are the visible expression of your inner vision. They demonstrate to the universe that you are ready, that you are aligned, and that your desire is serious. Do not confuse rushed, anxious activity with inspired action. The former repels abundance, the latter draws it irresistibly. Move in ways that reflect the certainty of your imagined success, and doors will open before you even knock. The power of imagination is enhanced when combined with gratitude. Feel gratitude for what is coming as if it has already arrived. Gratitude multiplies your manifestation. When you imagine your first million, your ideal home, or your perfect career, give thanks as though it is already yours. Gratitude aligns your vibration with the flow of the universe and removes the resistance that blocks manifestation. It transforms imagination from mere thought into a living, breathing force that shapes your reality. Do not underestimate the simplicity of this principle. Imagination is available to everyone, free of charge, and unlimited in scope. It is not contingent on education, experience, or connections. It requires only discipline, faith, and clarity. Imagine with joy, with love, and with certainty. Speak your vision into life. Hold it in your heart and watch as the universe arranges circumstances to fulfill it. Every detail of your imagined reality matters. See it clearly, vividly, and completely. Imagine not just the money, but the freedom it brings. Imagine not just the business, but the joy of serving others. Imagine not just success, but the growth, expansion, and happiness that accompany it. Your imagination should be holistic, reflecting not only material gain but spiritual, emotional, and social abundance. The universe responds to richness in all dimensions. Never allow temporary setbacks to distort your vision. Imagination requires perseverance. If you stumble, if the path seems blocked, return to the mental picture and strengthen it. Doubts are natural, but they are fleeting. The person who consistently returns to the imagined reality, who holds it with unwavering belief, will always triumph. The unseen world is not limited by your circumstances. It only waits for your clear command to bring your vision into manifestation. Finally, remember that imagination is sacred. It is the creative force within you. Treat it with reverence, feed it with faith, and protect it from negativity. Let your imagination be your guide, your compass, and your blueprint. Speak your desires, see them clearly, feel them deeply, and act in alignment with them. The universe is ready to respond, waiting only for your command. Imagination precedes reality, and when you master your imagination, you master your life. You are the painter, the architect, and the creator. Your life is the canvas, and imagination is the brush. With consistent practice, faith, gratitude, and inspired action, every dream can become reality. Wealth, freedom, love, success, all begin in the mind. Claim it now. Imagine it fully. Feel it deeply. Speak it boldly. And watch as the universe brings it into form with perfection. We live in a world of limitless potential, yet so many people wander through life hoping for fortune to find them. The truth is, abundance is not something we stumble upon by chance. It is a natural law, a principle that operates quietly and invisibly, responding to our words, thoughts, and beliefs. The universe is a mirror of the energy we project. Speak scarcity, doubt, or worry, and life will reflect these limitations. Speak faith, confidence, and prosperity, and the universe responds in kind, delivering the wealth you command with clarity and certainty. Every word we utter casts a seed into the unseen. These seeds are potent, they grow silently, shaping the circumstances around us. To command your first million is not about luck, timing, or endless striving. It is about recognizing the authority you carry within your own voice. There is a sentence, simple yet profoundly powerful, that when spoken with faith, triggers the invisible currents of abundance. That sentence is, I now command the universe to release my first $1 million in perfect ways, in perfect timing, and for the highest good of all. Speak it with conviction. Speak it as if the universe itself is listening, for it is listening. Every atom, every current, every wave of life responds to the authority of your words. When you speak this sentence, you are planting a seed of possibility in the fertile soil of the universe. But the seed will not flourish in doubt or fear. The mind must release control over the how, the when, and the where. The universe knows infinitely more than we do. Our task is to affirm the desire clearly, with joy and unwavering faith, and then to let it go. Do not fret over the path, do not struggle to make it happen. Let the invisible forces work freely on your behalf. When you release the need to control the process, doors will open, opportunities will appear, and people will step forward to assist you in ways that surpass imagination. Visualization is the companion of spoken command. See the money flowing into your life. Feel the freedom it brings, the joy of using it wisely, and the security it creates. Your imagination is a laboratory of manifestation. It is not idle dreaming, it is active co-creation. The universe responds to the energy behind your vision as if it is already reality. Every detail you can imagine with clarity and delight becomes a magnet, drawing the external circumstances that correspond to your inner vision. Faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. Without faith, words are hollow and seeds remain dormant. Speak your command daily. Speak it as a decree, not a wish. Let it roll off your tongue with authority, as though you are standing in command of every invisible force in existence. Repetition is not mere habit. It is a process of imprinting your desire into the fabric of life. The more consistently you affirm your command, the stronger the pull of manifestation becomes. The first million is not an impossibility. It is a reflection of alignment. It is a natural result when your thoughts, words, and beliefs are in harmony with the law of abundance. Do not overlook the power of joy. Wealth does not flow into lives filled with anxiety, struggle, or resistance. It flows to those who welcome it with gratitude and delight. Every step you take toward your desire should be guided by intuition and joy, not fear or desperation. When you act from inspiration, you move in harmony with the forces that will bring your command into reality. Each inspired action, no matter how small, confirms to the universe that you are ready to receive and use abundance wisely. Gratitude multiplies everything you receive. By expressing thanks for what is coming, you elevate your vibration. The universe loves gratitude. It recognizes the heart that appreciates and responds accordingly. As you speak your sentence, imagine yourself already receiving, already grateful, and already living in the fullness of your desire. Gratitude transforms a simple command into a living, breathing magnet of prosperity. The first million is not merely a sum of money. It is proof that you are attuned to the natural order of life, that your words carry authority, and that your faith has become tangible. When the universe responds to your spoken sentence, it is not only delivering money, it is affirming that your thoughts, words, and intentions are powerful. Wealth, when aligned with integrity and gratitude, becomes a tool for expansion, for freedom, and for service. It is a reflection of the inner harmony between your desire and the universal law. It is important to recognize that abundance serves a greater good. The wealth you command is not merely for personal comfort or indulgence. It is energy, a form of currency that can be used to impact lives, to uplift communities, and to manifest opportunities for others. When you release your first million with faith, you are also opening channels of blessing for everyone your life touches. Prosperity is never meant to stagnate. It is meant to flow, to circulate, and to multiply. This is the true essence of abundance. It benefits not just the individual but also the collective. Release any lingering fear about unworthiness. The universe does not measure value by self-doubt or past failures. It measures alignment, clarity of desire, and the unwavering faith with which your command is spoken. You are worthy of abundance because you are a manifestation of divine intelligence. Your words carry the authority of creation itself. Command and the universe obeys. Hesitate and the current flows past you. Be decisive, be bold, be certain. The mind must remain free from negativity and worry. As you speak your sentence, imagine all obstacles dissolving before you. Doubt is a thief of destiny, and fear is a block in the flow of prosperity. Replace these with faith, clarity, and certainty. Every thought aligned with abundance reinforces the power of your command. Your spoken sentence becomes the seed, and your unwavering belief becomes the sunlight and water that nurture it into fruition. Remember that the path to your first million is also a path of personal growth. Every thought, every word, and every action along the way is a refinement of character. You are learning to think in alignment with universal law, to speak with authority, and to act with inspired purpose. Wealth is not merely a destination, it is proof of your spiritual alignment. The process itself strengthens your capacity to receive and wield abundance wisely. Do not be impatient. Time is a servant of faith. The universe delivers in perfect timing, often in ways far greater than your limited imagination can conceive. Remain patient, remain confident, and remain joyous. The first million will arrive as a natural consequence of the law you have spoken. Your role is not to force it but to trust it, to speak your command, and to live as though it has already arrived. Keep your mind, body, and heart in harmony. Prosperity is a state of being as much as it is an accumulation of wealth. Speak the sentence as a declaration of your alignment with the infinite flow. Let every word resonate with certainty and delight. The universe does not delay, it responds immediately, even if the manifestation takes time to appear in form. Your spoken command sets the energy in motion, and nothing can prevent its fruition when belief is unwavering. As your first million unfolds, remember to release it in ways that benefit yourself and others. Wealth is a reflection of divine intelligence, and when used wisely, it amplifies joy, freedom, and opportunity. By allowing abundance to flow into your life and through your life, you become a channel of blessings. This is the deeper purpose of commanding wealth. It is not a selfish pursuit, but a recognition that prosperity is meant to serve a greater good. The more freely and consciously you use your wealth, the the more the universe rewards you, reinforcing the law of circulation and magnification. In conclusion, command your first million with authority. Speak your sentence daily with clarity, faith, and joy. Visualize the wealth flowing into your life. Release all doubt and resistance. Take inspired action with gratitude and integrity. Recognize that this abundance is not merely for you, but for the higher good, for the expansion of life, and for the fulfillment of your divine potential. Your words are seeds, your faith is sunlight, and the universe is fertile soil. Plant, water, and trust. Your first million is not a distant dream, it is a reflection of the law working through you, a testament to the power of words, and a celebration of abundance in service of the greater good. Speak it now, speak it often, speak it boldly, command the universe, and watch as the energy of infinite abundance responds to your authority. Your first million is not a matter of chance, it is a matter of law, a matter of alignment, and a matter of unwavering belief. Live as though it is already yours, and you will see the invisible made visible. We live in a universe that is limitless, abundant, and responsive to the vibrations we emit. Every thought, every word, every feeling you carry sends ripples into the invisible realms, shaping the circumstances of your life. Many of us wander through life, hoping for fortune to arrive, hoping for opportunities to fall into our laps, but the truth is that the universe does not respond to hope. It responds to command. It responds to words spoken with conviction, to thoughts held steadily in faith, and to hearts aligned with the principles of abundance. Imagine for a moment that your words are seeds, planted in the fertile soil of the unseen. Every word you utter grows and manifests. Words of fear, doubt, and limitation will bear fruit of struggle, scarcity, and delayed dreams. Words of faith, confidence, and prosperity will bear fruit of abundance, opportunity, and fulfillment. You are the gardener of your own life, and the seeds you choose to plant determine the harvest you will reap. There exists a sentence, simple yet profound, that can command the universe to bring you your first million. This is not a wish, it is not a hope or a casual request, it is a decree. When spoken with authority and belief, it sets in motion the invisible forces that respond to your command and draw wealth to you in perfect ways, at perfect times, for the highest good of all. The sentence is, I now command the universe to release my first $1 million in perfect ways, in perfect timing, and for the highest good of all. Say this aloud. Speak it with authority. Speak it daily. Do not whisper it in fear. Do not murmur it in hesitation. Speak it as if the universe itself is listening, because it is listening. The energy of your words does not vanish into the air. It travels into the unseen, activating forces that work tirelessly to bring your desire into form. But speaking alone is not enough. You must understand that your mind plays the most crucial role. Do not obsess over the how, the where, or the when. The universe knows infinitely more than you do. Your task is to affirm, to decree, to command, and then to release. Release the control, release the worry, and release the impatience. By letting go, you allow the infinite wisdom of the universe to arrange circumstances in ways that surpass your imagination. Visualization is the bridge between thought and reality. Close your eyes and see your first million flowing effortlessly into your life. See it coming in ways that excite you and bring joy. Feel the freedom, the security, and the opportunities that this wealth brings. The universe cannot distinguish between imagination and reality. When your mind fully embraces the vision, when your heart fully feels it, the unseen world is compelled to deliver. Your imagination becomes the blueprint for manifestation. Faith is the engine that drives this process. Every command you speak must be accompanied by unwavering belief. Doubt and worry are like stones thrown into the river of abundance. They create turbulence and slow the flow. When you speak with certainty, when you believe fully in your right to receive, you become a magnet for opportunities, resources, and people who will assist you. Remember, the universe does not negotiate with fear, hesitation, or indecision. It responds to faith, clarity, and certainty. Repetition builds momentum. Speak the sentence daily. Speak it in the morning to set the tone of your day. Speak it in the evening to impress it upon your subconscious mind. Speak it whenever thoughts of lack or limitation arise. With each repetition, your vibrational frequency rises. You are not merely asking for wealth, you are commanding it into your life. Every repetition strengthens the unseen currents that are bringing your desire into form. Gratitude is the amplifier of manifestation. As you speak the sentence, feel thankful. Give thanks as if the $1 million has already arrived. Express gratitude for the doors that will open, for the people who will appear, and for the abundance that is on its way. Gratitude is a force multiplier. It signals to the universe that you are ready to receive, and that your heart is aligned with the flow of abundance. When you combine command with gratitude, you create a vibration so strong that the universe cannot resist. Action is the visible counterpart of your command. While the universe works on your behalf, you must remain alert to inspired action. Opportunities, ideas, and intuitive nudges will appear. Take them joyfully. Act from a place of excitement and intuition, not from desperation or fear. The universe arranges circumstances in perfect harmony with your desires, and your inspired steps bring them into form more swiftly. Do not rush. Do not force. Move in alignment with the signs and openings that appear. Understand that your first million is more than money. It is proof of alignment. It is proof that your words, your thoughts, and your beliefs are in harmony with universal law. When it arrives, it confirms that you are a conscious creator, capable of commanding life itself. This first million is a doorway to greater abundance, freedom, and influence. It is a demonstration that you are no longer at the mercy of circumstances, but a master of the invisible forces that govern prosperity. Imagination precedes reality. What you see and feel in your mind will manifest in the physical world. Do not underestimate the power of a vivid mental picture. Imagine the details, the sound of the notifications of incoming funds, the feeling of security in your home, the joy of sharing with others, and the excitement of creating new opportunities. Saturate your imagination with these experiences, for the universe responds to the energy you radiate. Abundance serves a greater good. True wealth is never selfish. It flows to you so that you may use it to uplift, inspire, and benefit others. The universe operates on the principle of harmony, and the wealth you command will come in ways that create positive ripples beyond your own life. When you hold this understanding in your heart, your command gains even more power, for you are aligned with the higher purpose of prosperity. Every word you speak is a declaration, not a request. You are not asking, you are commanding. There is a profound difference between asking and commanding. Asking implies doubt, uncertainty, and negotiation. Commanding implies authority, certainty, and alignment with universal law. When you speak the sentence, you step into the role of a conscious co-creator, one who knows the infinite supply is already present and only waiting for your decree. Let go of fear. Let go of the voices that tell you wealth is impossible, that it is delayed, or that it is reserved for others. These are illusions, distractions, and false limitations. The universe is impartial, abundant, and infinitely generous. Your right to receive is not determined by the efforts of others or by external circumstances. It is determined by your belief, your command, and your willingness to align with the invisible currents of prosperity. Your first million is a symbol, a confirmation, and a blessing. It signals that the invisible has obeyed your command, that the laws of the universe are faithful, and that your life is entering a new realm of possibility. Speak the sentence, visualize it, act with joy, and release the need to control the details. Your million will arrive in perfect ways, in perfect timing, and for the highest good of all, stand tall. Speak boldly. Let your heart be free of resistance and full of faith. Command the universe, and it will respond. You are not waiting for luck. You are not hoping for miracles. You are exercising your divine authority to declare abundance, to call forth prosperity, and to embrace your rightful place as a magnet for wealth. Begin today. Speak your sentence with authority. Feel it in your bones. See it in your imagination. Release it into the hands of the infinite. The universe cannot resist a mind, a heart, and a voice aligned with its laws. Your first million is not a dream. It is your destiny. You are ready. You are worthy. You are powerful. And when you speak this sentence, do not look back. Do not doubt. Do not question. Simply watch as the universe bends, arranges, and delivers in ways far beyond what you can conceive. The command has been made, the decree is in motion, and the abundance is on its way. The unseen world responds to authority, clarity, and faith. Your words are no longer mere utterances. They are instruments of creation. Wealth is your companion, not your master. Your first million is a tool to create freedom, opportunity, and joy. It is the reflection of alignment with the infinite, the tangible manifestation of your faith, and the reward of your unwavering declaration. As you speak, as you believe, as you release, the universe answers with precision and generosity. Let the words echo within you. I now command the universe to release my first $1 million in perfect ways, in perfect timing, and for the highest good of all. Speak them often. Speak them with authority. Speak them with love and gratitude. Your first million is already on its way. Your life is ready to shift. Your destiny is abundant. You are a master of the unseen forces. You have commanded and the universe obeys.